So today I'm going to introduce you to Pascal's triangle and binomial theorem, and we're going to look how to expand something like this in the brackets here, x plus 2y to the power 4. I'm going to show you how to do it when it's a lower power, and in subsequent days I'm going to show you how to do it, which is a bit easier if there's a larger number here, because this method can be quite time consuming if you're using a larger power here. But if it's quite a small power, you're as well just sticking with doing this. It's not any faster doing it using the other method really. So first of all, Pascal's triangle. If you're not familiar with Pascal's triangle, basically it is a triangular array of numbers with a 1 at the top. And then you write down 1 and 1 in the second row. And then, well, outside, it's always 1s down the outside, so we put 1. And then you add the 1 and the 1 together to give you 2. Then you've got a 1 there. Then you've got a 1, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 1 is 3, and then you put a 1 on the outside. And you basically just keep going in that same idea. So 1 and 3 is 4, 3 and 3 is 6, 3 and 1 is 4, and you've got the 1 there, and then you can carry on. It keeps going forever, but we're not obviously going to write it for too long. No need to. So you can keep going. Now, we're going to use Pascal's triangle when we're expanding x plus 2y to the power of 4. As you can see, next to Pascal's triangle, I've added a few bits here. So each row represents a power in the expansion here. So if you've just got a bracket with a power of 0, you would just use the first row. If it's a power of 1, you'd use the second row, power of 2, the third row, and so on. So what we're going to be using here is, because we've got a bracket all to the power of 4, we're going to be using this row here. So remember, you count from 0, not counting from 1. So it's counting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this one. So what we're going to do, now I like to make a little table out, writing out 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So I'll do that just now. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay. Now the reason I was saying there's a different method if you've got a much higher power, because otherwise you'll have to make a triangle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're going to have to go down and down and down and down, and have lots and lots and lots of terms, and it's going to take you absolutely ages, so it's not really worth bothering doing that, so we use the other method instead. But for today we're going to do using Pascal's triangle. So what we have to do is got to take this first bit here, the x, the first term, and we're going to put it to the power of 4. And then I go down the column, just reducing the power each time. Even though x to the power of 1 is just x, just write down the 1 anyway just now, just to keep everything nice and neat and tidy. And x to the power of 0 is just 1, but we can tidy that up in a minute. You then take the second term, the 2y, and do it to the power of 4, but this time we go in ascending order. So we start with 2y to the 0. Now you have to put it into a bracket, because the 2 has to be raised to the power as well. So it's 2y to the power of 0, 2y to the 1, 2y squared, etc. until you get to the fourth power there. Okay. So these are our terms, basically, once we've tidied them all up, that we're going to put in our expansion. So when we tidy this up, it's 1 times x to the 4, so that's just going to be x to the 4. And that whole thing is the power of 0, so that's just 1, so timesing by 1, so we just get x to the power of 4 there. So it's going to be 4 times x cubed, so 4x cubed, times 2y to the power of 1, that's just 2y, so times 2y, and that tidies all up to 8x cubed y. This one, 6x squared, and the 2 is going to be squared, so that's going to be 4 y squared, so that's going to give us 24 x squared y squared. 4x to the 1, that's just going to be 4x, times 2y all cubed, well 2 cubed is 8, y cubed, so 4 8s are 32, x y cubed, like so. Now that's just 1, x to the power of 0 is just 1, so it's 2y to the power of 4, well 2 to the power of 4 is 16. Like so. So what we can do is we can take our 5 terms and just write them all out. And that's x plus 2y, all bracketed, to the power of 4, and that's your expansion right there. Now, there are websites you can use, which I'll put a link onto, which you can check your answers with when you're doing these expansions, just to make sure you've got all the steps. Okay, so I'll post that on the assignment as well for you. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me, please.